with the most perfect details. And you know what? There is not one column, not one stone brought in. Now you try to do that. I lived among sculptures for a while. That's the kind of people who think like that. They have a stone and they can see a figure inside. And they go. And they capture that three-dimensional image in the head and they chisel and chisel until it comes out of the stone. You try to do that. It's not easy. We can make a sketch. When you see something, you make a sketch, two-dimensional sketch like that. That you can do quick. But try to chisel out of the stone a three-dimensional object in a perfect way you imagine it. There was one called Michelangelo. His most famous product is the naked David. A man with a beautiful genital. That's an achievement. Being a homosexual, he thought this is the most beautiful thing I can do. And he worked on that from a slab of marble, just a block of marble, and he worked. He almost died when he did that because that three-dimensional image haunted him so intensely that he just saw it. They just had this blink, 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 day and night. And then they came in and there was this beautiful figure standing there. Normally you would think, okay, let's puzzle it together. Okay, you make an arm and screw it on and then the head. And that you can still somewhat do. But to have one big figure, it's a big thing. It's, David is, I don't know, 2.5 meters high. For sure, 3 meters high, even more. You know, standing there in Florence. You know, beautiful man with a nice gentle. That's all. Great. Because the classical question would be, what's the use of this? You know, but that's much of creations in the material world are like that. And you think, why did they do that? You know, why they just do that? That's all. Completely worthless. It's beautiful, yeah, great, but what is this for? Renaissance was full of this kind of products, you know. At least Leonardo da Vinci was a practical guy. He invented, helicopter. He invented practical machines, you know. Yeah. You know, so he was into this to apply things. But then there was others like Michelangelo and these guys. They just illustrated. That's what they just created pictures. You know. Like the original meaning of art was to illustrate religious motives. To visualize people come and look, that's how God looks like. Look, that's how God's kingdom looks like. That was actually the meaning of it. There was no other art until the middle of in the Western tradition, until the Middle Age, as illustrations of Bible. That was the art. You want to paint something, illustrate religious, you know, themes. That was it. But it was then estranged. That's the artist. He wants more. And he wants to... So I recently heard an analysis of the Darshavatars, of the incarnations of God having symbolic, psychoanalytical meaning.
I heard it too.
You heard it too, isn't it? I mean, that idiot quoted this to you, he must be possessed by the idea. I was just quiet. I never heard, I hardly remember when was the last time I heard such a heinous speculation. You, the greatest Freudistic psychoanalyst, put a meaning to the incarnations of God, a deeper meaning, which is not described by the Shastra. What? Vyasadeva forgot it. He spaced it out. So I have to fill it in. My God, I could powderize people like this. Therefore, I am not living in Germany. Oh. Germans, they are constructively destructive. Always the Hitler attitude. There will be another kingdom. No, I won't. There will be the Third Reich. I have already created for you. It's just a question of time and its manifest. This is Hiranyakashipu. You know. But he was really, he had the three worlds under control. No, ultimately he didn't. It was proven, because there's one benediction, which actually I don't think he asked for. You know, may everything what I get, and may everything what I create, everything I conquer, be maintained forever. I don't think he asked that no.
I mean, he asked for eternal life.
Indirect,
But you know, but
no, but Brahma told him that I cannot.
That I cannot do that.
That I can.
Yeah.
So eternal maintenance of your body, of your existence, and of your products, Brahma said, okay. But Hiranyakashipu said, well, that's where his department ends, and that's why my department starts. I will go beyond Brahma. Like this rascal said, I will go beyond Vishnu. He incarnated, I will give it a meaning. I will explain to Vishnu what his incarnations are, what the deeper meaning of these incarnations are. Can you understand how demoniac this is? But he's a fool, he doesn't understand that. He's a kind of, that's Germans, you know, they're just, well, we will be great, we will be the most productive, we will be the most powerful, you know, we will be the most austere, we will be the most knowledgeable. That's German. And you can say to them, then actually you will be like God. And they go, no, I didn't say that. I'm religious. I go to church every Sunday. Because everybody goes to church, you know, it's controlled by police. You know. You ever saw Germans going to church? It's like going to a registration office, you know. The priest stands in front, you know. And they all go. And they sit there and watch, but all the neighbors must be there. And they watch, and then they go, and then they go home again, and they say, I go to the church. Here, everybody goes to the church. You know, that's German concept of religious state. You line up, you are controlled, and everybody's doing the same. Of course, it's collapsing also. It's just, you know, thanks to the influence of the Turkish friends and all kinds of friends which are not Germans, the Germans are degrading really fast. But still the spirit is there. Let's degrade together in a constructive way, you know, and we see all scattered. Here, there's a sign, hell, 20 kilometers, turn right. Yeah, here we go. It's pathetic, isn't it? Because the genetic nature doesn't really change, it cannot be changed. So Prabhupada said, just imagine they would be all really Krishna conscious. He even said it, like example, Germans could manage the whole world. You know, because there is no chance. That word chance doesn't exist. It's all under German control. But as we see in Hiranyakashipu, he also thought there is no chance. You know, because I will get everything under control. No, he didn't. Because that ultimate maintenance and control is only Vishnu's copyright. That's the only thing. That's his department. Therefore, if you want to really maintain something, then we have to be in contact with Vishnu. That's the only possible way to sustain something. Otherwise, things will naturally be destroyed. And that's what you can see. Whole paramparas be destroyed because they disconnected themselves from Vishnu. That's the real problem. How to stay always connected to Krishna. The more we are disconnected, the more destruction will take place automatically. So creation means, creation, one should not be deceived. This can be done under very demoniac circumstances. So as Alma said when I said, watching so much destruction. What was created by devotees with the best intentions. You know, this comment was, what do you expect from mode of passion? It was the only comment he passed. He was always kind of sutra man, you know. When you are very, very intelligent and you are bored to speak in a very broad concepts, you go to the essence. What is the real problem? You know. Anything created by mode of passion will be confronted with mode of ignorance. That's it. Then we saw enough of this thing. You know, any older devotee can tell you, yeah, I saw enough destruction taking place. Because it's created artificially. Mode of passion means artificial. And there has to be some certain level of passion. When Brahma creates the universe, there has to be a certain amount of passion, definitely. But then to sustain it, there must be a amount of goodness. Otherwise you cannot sustain things. So for all our fights here, the signs you see, don't slam the doors and put the garbage here, and this is all fight against mode of ignorance. Because something was created here by a certain level of passion. So to sustain it, it's only possible by striving for a mode of goodness, to say at least. But goodness actually is not possible to sustain if you aren't Krishna conscious. It's actually impossible. All these goodness people, they're already great. I mean, you saw, this is where they go and want to see in Dalai Lama some goodness, love and peace and beauty and peace, and that we can enjoy here peacefully together. Great.
It's not much goodness.
The ignorance is just staring in their faces, That's what it is. Especially the Danish goodness. How peaceful, man. I don't do any harm to anybody. I'm in harmony with everything. Why? Because I sleep. That's all. That's ignorance. Straight up.
That's one thing he told. He sleeps 9 hours a day.
He sleeps 9 hours.
That's what he told the lecture.
He preaches it.
Yeah, I said that. And then I can think really fresh. And then I told her, and then I get up early in the morning at 3 o'clock for meditation. And what is his meditation? He's thinking about that. That's his meditation. For 3 hours. And then he goes to sleep again. That's great.
I love that, man. I make a comic book out of it.
No way.
This is like your girlfriend, You know what she said? Don't wake me up. I'm sleeping. What did she say?
She was downloading information.
He was downloading information. Just a girl and woman, that's all. Downloading information. From what?
The universe.
Universe. You just sleep. Yeah, it's called Yoga Nidra.
I mean, they have this, I think these Buddhists and also New Age have this, that there's this, what is it they call? They call the Akash files.
Yeah, well, they do exist. They do exist, but you achieve them by severe austerities, yoga. Yogis, they have access to them. But after thousands of years of austerities, not by going to sleep. It's so bizarre. This is the beauty of Kali Yuga, that things get so bizarre, you can just laugh. You cannot even cry, you can just laugh. This is so bizarre. This is so mad that you can go, okay, Hare Krishna, wow, did you hear that they are downloading, and now all they are sleeping, all of them, they are all downloading now.
I mean, it's one sense that, like this thing from yesterday, it's also, I think, one sense you're waiting for, it's something like the Emperor's New Clothes, you know this? Mm-hmm. You know this Hans Christian Andersen story?
Oh yeah, that's very long story.
This is about the Emperor's clothes, so it's something like that. I mean, we're just waiting for someone to get up for that. No, I'm not going to be one, but someone's going to get up and say, this man is...
I quoted this many times, that story, because this is a position of a devotee. It's like a child, like Prahlad. He said, best of the demons. He addressed his father very respectfully, but basically he told him, you're completely mad. So devotees are like that, they just watch the horse and they go, I would have to say humbly and loudly, you are all mad. This was Prabhupada's experience. All these hippies, everybody busy with so many things that Prabhupada said, stick it in the Srimad Bhagavatam, you are all mad. They're like, wow, how can he say such a thing so straight? Prabhupada said that if they would really get the point what I'm saying, they would kill me instantly. But because they are so mad, they don't even understand what we are talking about. How do you explain to a madman he's mad? It's actually not possible. So therefore he has to be influenced from outside to cool him down first, to cool him down, to bring him to a level where he can start to doubt his sanity. that's prasada, and that's kirtan, and that's just the transcendental sound, and and the prasada. That's most of the Lord Chaitanya's preaching is like that. Just we make a joke, when people give these speeches about their madness, the kulagov, should just fit in the mouth, so it just blocks it, that's all. Just Prabhupada used to do that. There's a recording of a man going constantly. I think and I studied and I believe in my views. Yes, Swamiji, this is very good. But, and then Prabhupada give him prasadam. So actually it's the end of the conversation. There's nothing more to say. It's a madman. So this is, one should be actually satisfied with that, and we get the help. Really, Maya is mercy, God is the help. She is squeezing them so hard. So people get, unfortunately people don't get it until they are, like yesterday this boy was quite exceptional because he had got to some level of realizations by intelligence. Most of the people get to it by pain, just a plain pain, Oh, fire is hot, so his 3 fingers burned, So then they have to understand that. Still, being affiliated with China brings the potential about that you are quite minority, contaminated. There's no that kind of personalism in China. Even they are children. I was quite amazed when I talked to him because I told him for me, Chinese, just from the sound of the language and the mode of behavior, are like very dangerous children. And they like color, they're very detail-oriented people. I mean, artistically spoken, very artistic in color, and they have these stories about Russians and, and mythology, this and that. But when they organize and they line up, they can. This is mega Germans.
Yeah, that's
mega Germans.
Germans is nothing compared
to
China.
They are many. And they are disciplined, and they are austere, and they march. It's okay, we end up.
I just went through.
But
bodily.
Jaya, Srila Prabhupada ki
Jaya, go. But if the Chinese become Krishna conscious, wow.
I saw a recording from Ramakrishna Maharaj preaching of a bunch of Chinese dancing ecstatically in a kirtan. But it is possible. It's not impossible. That would be something. An organized, disciplined force which is powered by Krishna consciousness. Then things happen automatically. That's automatic.
Yeah.
But it's very dangerous when you have, yesterday we also spoke about, it's very dangerous when you have nations which were isolated and occupied by others, and which feel the great need to prove themselves to the rest of the world. That's dangerous. That's what happened to the Germans. And what if power is generated from that? We have to show to the world at the cost of our lives that we are somebody.